Hola Melitza, I'm going to show you a couple of ways on how you can use your foundation. When you get your foundation, it's going to come with a single palette box like this. Don't look at this right here. And don't look at mine if that got out. But and I'm going to show you how to use it. I use two colors because if I take a little bit more sun, I'm that darker color, or I just like myself to look like I'm that darker color throughout the day. And then the lighter one I like to highlight with it, or if I'm not looking to look a little too dark. Okay, so there's a couple of things you would need to do. So you have a moisturizer. You told me you're using Manat skincare, so go ahead with your moisturizer. Go ahead and moisturize your skin. Let it soak through for a good couple of minutes, right, before you start putting on your foundation. That's the best part, because that way your skin is nice, moisturized, plump, and it's going to be able to absorb the rest. Okay, so there's a couple of ways for you to apply your makeup. Okay, I like to use a beauty blender. If you have a beauty blender, great. I just wet mine. And one of the ways I like to apply it is, and you've probably seen this on my video, is I kind of like twist it in here. Get that in there. See that? Because of the middle, I'm going to go ahead and twist in the corners to fill that. Okay, and then I twist it there. You see it? And then what I do is I just dab it out. Okay, and that's going to give you a pretty good coverage, but feel very lightweight. All right, our wax foundation goes on like stays on your skin. It doesn't go into your pores, so it should not, clog your pores or have you have acne and things of that sort. But what's going to be important, you clean your tools. I was going to clean my tool before I went online, but and you just dab it on, dab it on. And if you feel like, okay, I want a little bit more coverage, you can always go back and do that, right? But I like to let it settle, let your skin really warm up to it. And then I go back and dab a little bit more. And if I want to add more, I do that. So that's one way to do that, okay? The other way to apply it would be with a buffer brush, okay? So the tighter the brush, the more concentrated foundation you'll get on. So if I wanted to, let me go with the lighter one to go right here. And you don't have to do much, and I'll just dab it on, okay? You're not going to circleize it because it's wax. It's going to look like you're mixing around. So you want to dab it on so it looks like your pores, okay? So I'm going to do that. So that's another way you can do that. I personally, because tengo un poquito de arruga and things of that sort, what I like to do is to, again, let it warm up. And then I'll go back with the beauty blender and then kind of smooth it out and just give it that flawless look. Make sense? On this side, I'm going to show you how to use it with either moisturizer or cream. So you use Monat. Monat has something called Liquid Gold, which is a Rejuvenate oil. I have my One Drop Wonder, which is our Liquid Gold. This one retails for $56. But since you have Rejuvenate, what you can do is also mix it. Because it's vegan, because it tends to be lightweight, I'm hoping it doesn't stay oily on your skin, because this doesn't stay oily on your skin at all. I'm going to hope it does. Or you can use a little bit of your moisturizer, okay? And then mix it with this. I'm going to show you with that. Give me 1 second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my foundation. See that? I don't need a lot. I'm going to take some of that, and then I'm going to take a drop. So with this one, makes my skin look a little bit dewy and a little glow underneath. But at the same time, because of the ingredients in this, it's very powerful, right? So it's going to keep working my skin. I like it on this side because it works my acne scars. It's cell regeneration and all that. So I do love this. But you can do it with the moisturizer. You can do it with another nice lightweight facial oil. To get that nice dewiness if you want that BB cream feel, okay? So I'm going to mix it here. I'm going to mix it here, okay? Got it mixed so it kind of looks like a liquid foundation. And I'm going to make my stripes. All right? I'm going to go in these areas. And I probably don't need that much, but I want to use it all. And then, again, you can either use your brush, all right, if that's what you have, a nice little tight buffer brush. You can use your fingers. Some people like to use that and just kind of spread it that way. Because it's more creamier, you can do that. And because your fingers are warm, it warms it up to the skin faster. But I would tell you my favorite is always the sponge. So even if I did that, I'm probably going to go over it again because the sponge mimics your pores on your skin. So it just makes it look more natural. So that's what I feel about it. Okay. And then I just leave it on. Now, without foundation, I would tell you, you would need to seal it, okay? Because it's a wax base, it's always going to get its wax. It's going to warm up like a candle with your skin. If you're sweating and all, if you do not seal it, you may see it kind of run. You see it run if you use too much. Right now, this won't run as much, but I want to keep it on for as long as possible. So I'll do that. And then you can see I didn't use concealer this time under. If I wanted to use concealer, I can go back in and say, okay, I still want to brighten under my eyes, right? So I want to brighten and neutralize under my eyes, so I'm going to do that. And I can do it on top, okay? I have a little bit of redness there. I have a little bit of redness here, so I want to neutralize it, and then I could just go over it. Same thing with the concealer. You don't have the concealer, but it's the wax base, and then you can go in, and it just gives that great coverage. If you want a little bit more, you can. Okay, so I gave you 3 ways you can use it: with the sponge, with the brush, with a facial oil or moisturizer, something to give a creamy consistency, to put it on to use it as a BB cream. Okay, and this is what I am doing right now. I could do it with my fingers and then just kind of tap it in. A lot of people like this area with that instead. Some people use a brush. Lo que mejor tú sientas para tu piel o como te quede, okay? There you go. So to seal it, there's a couple of things I can do. There's a setting spray. So if you have a setting spray, I know Urban Decay has one everyone uses, the all-nighter. Same company makes ours. Ours is just cheaper, and you're supporting me, okay? So I can use our setting spray. And you leave it on, and that will last your makeup for 16 hours because the technology will keep bursting bubbles to give you that moisturizingness of it, but keeping it sealed, okay? So I can go dancing, I can wipe my makeup with the napkin or something, and it's not going to come off. That's one way. The other way is with a setting powder, okay? Translucent powder. I don't know where my translucent powder went. Oh, I have it over there. With the translucent, el blanquito, okay, when you put it on, I have a color powder. I think that's what you were looking at. So if I look at my color powder, I can go in, and with this one, you just want to, so what I like about this one is it's finally refined. I know, right? Pressed powder, it's very thin powder, so it doesn't get into your wrinkles or anything like that, and it just makes everything look like you're airbrushed, right? Like you're airbrushed. So for pictures, it looks amazing. So that's what I do. If you don't want to look powdery, that's where this comes in, and it's like, all right, just spray it to keep that dewiness look on there. All right, there we go. I did this in 9 minutes. Oh my God. Bye.